I have got an absolutely huge SciFier haul today, and this is only half of it. Let's get into it! This can barely all fit in frame. This is the first part of a haul that I got from SciFier over the Christmas break. This was all juicy sale times, you know, spend a bit of that Christmas money, you know, treat yourself after you treated everybody else for Christmas. So here we have some stuff. This could either be some pre-owned stuff, or this could be a load of full price manga. I say full price, SciFier was so heavily discounted, and then obviously I've got my own referral code, Chris Captures. Check it out for 10% off. Also, there's a referral link down there. Click that. That'll let them know that I sent you. Either way, you can get some great bargains on manga, so let's dive into this because I've been staring at this for nearly a week now and it's time to get into it. Okay, so give it one of them. We've got a cardboard box inside of here. So this is where I'm going to find out. Oh, we got another pull. You ready? Satisfying. So this is where I find out whether this is the pre-owned or whether it was the other stuff, the brand new stuff. Okay, this is the pre-owned stuff. So this is a mixture of comic books and pre-owned stuff that I ordered. I also think I made a mistake on one of them, and I think one of them is actually something I already own, but we're not going to talk about that. So this is comic books and it's some pre-owned manga. So let's check out the quality of it. This was all 3 for 2. So that's a crazy discount. First of all, as always, a load of bookmarks. We love to see that. Okay, the quality is looking pretty good. We'll start off with the manga. So the first one today is Komi Can't Communicate Volume 4. Now this is a series that I loved when I first started collecting it, but then just stopped collecting anymore. I loved the anime, watched both seasons of it, and yeah, I just thought, wow, it was so cheap, because trust me, this was cheap. Why not? Why not? So it's got a little bit of damage at the top. It looks like it's just been caught on something, but you know what? It's not too bad. For the price of it, it's incredible. So quick look inside. Everything looks good on the inside. Pages are still pretty white. It's literally just that little bit at the top. Maybe I'll put on screen how much this cost me because it was dirt cheap. So if you can find some pre-owned manga on there, I would definitely recommend doing it. Hell yeah. So this, I'm gonna, maybe if I find it pre-owned or in 3 for 2 or something like that, I'll pick the odd bit up. But Komi Can't Communicate, great series, check it out. Okay, this next one is me committing to reading a new series, whether I pick them all up physically or what, but I'm definitely going to try and get it second hand like this because this is a Viz signature edition, so it's a much bigger, more expensive copy. So I got Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 1. This is me committing to finally reading Tokyo Ghoul Re. I read Tokyo Ghoul and I really liked it until like the end felt like it cut off in a really weird place, but I've been told it's basically a 2-part series. This is the second half of the series, that's why it felt so odd. So this is me finally committing to reading Tokyo Ghoul Re, and this looks pretty much straight off the shelf. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell that this was pre-owned. All the pages look fine, corners are spot on, like god damn. So yeah, that's the second manga volume that I picked up. I'm committed to read it. I will read Tokyo Ghoul's Re. Okay, so the next few are comic books, and some of them are really exciting. This first one, I made a mistake on. I already own it. I owned a signed copy of it, and I forgot that I had it. I thought I owned a signed copy of the first issue, not the first volume, so I made a mistake, but it is an incredible series. The Wicked and the Divine by Kieran Gillen, and it's basically about gods being reborn into new bodies, but they become like the celebrities of the world when it happens and stuff like that, sort of modern day retelling of the pantheons and stuff like that. Every 90 years, 12 gods return as young people. They are loved, they are hated. In 2 years, they are all dead. Something's happening, and now it's happening again. Super interesting series. I've read this first volume because, like I said, I already own it. I'll do something with this, but again, pretty good quality. Corners a little bit dinged up. I can feel a scratch on the front there, but you can't really see it. Page quality inside, still damn good. Also, look at the artwork, it's crazy. I think it's the same artist that worked on maybe The Young Avengers with Kieran Gillen. Big Kieran Gillen fan, think he's a great writer, so check it out if you haven't already. Okay, so this next one is a YouTube favourite. This is Critical Role Vox Machina Origins Volume 3. So this is the last one that I needed for my collection of this series. It's such a great series if you love Critical Role. If you've never heard of it, have you been living under a rock? It's the most popular D&D show on YouTube and Twitch. They were like some of the highest earners on all of Twitch. So everybody knows Critical Role by this point. I love them, love the first campaign, love the second campaign, maybe more, maybe. I watched the second one all the way through live as it was happening, so I've got a better connection with it. Either way, I've got all the Funko Pops for this first campaign. I've got all the volumes now. It's such a good series. I love it. It can cost a little bit more with it being Dark Horse, but this one is actually a bit thicker, so I don't mind paying a little bit more for this one as much. Some of the other ones have been a little bit light on pages, but then when you can find it pre-owned as well, I couldn't say no. That's why it's in my hand. I had to pick it up. It's got a few dings on the shoulders. It's definitely been read a couple times or left like in a box or like somewhere that it's been shipped around, but you know what, for the price I ain't gonna say no. It's still pretty damn good quality, a couple scuffs, but I cannot wait to finish the series. Ooh baby. And then there's all the Mighty 9 Origins as well, which I'll hopefully pick up pre-owned at some point because they are very, very light on pages and pretty much the same price as a thicker one like this. Yeah, if you love D&D and fantasy, check this out. Another recommendation from the previous author, Kieran Gillen. He did a series called Die, which is about like a D&D game that goes wrong when people are sucked into a game for 5 years when they're kids, and dark things happen because it's D&D. Yeah, it's a great read. It's a strange one that I wasn't expecting. Yeah, check it out. This next one is one of the best comic book runs I think I've ever read. Came out when I was a kid and I've just been obsessed with it since. I've never owned my own copy of it though, so I finally pulled the trigger when I saw this for pre-owned, and that is House of M from Marvel. This follows on from the Avengers Disassembled story when everything went to pot and Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, basically rewrote all of reality and made it to a world where everybody gets their deepest desires at the point where she sort of like snapped and changed reality. But then Wolverine is the only person who seems to remember. Maybe his brain heals or something like that a little bit. I'm trying to remember why he's the one that remembers. But he basically then has to form the Avengers to stop Scarlet Witch and change the universe back to how it is, because obviously when everybody gets their own way, it's very tough for other people. It put the Maximoff family in charge of the world maybe, or at least in charge of like America and stuff like that. So it was a great story, really gripping, just a great alternate reality dive, but it's alternate reality, but it's not the main reality. People always say they want an adaptation of this comic book. I think they did it a little bit when they did WandaVision, obviously, because that was her changing the reality of a small town, whereas this was all of reality. So maybe that's Wanda's next step, although I feel like she's probably going to go on a redemption arc now. Yeah, the quality of this for the age of it, you just got a couple dinged up corners. It's probably not any worse than most of the comic books that I've read multiple times in my collection. So yeah, super happy with this for like the price of it. It's got 8 issues in there and they are very heavy on pages. It's such an early 2000s art style. It just, man, this takes me back. It's written by Brian Michael Bendis. If you don't know his name, you've clearly not been in Marvel comic books very long. He is one of the GOATs. He writes probably most of the big storylines that you've heard or that people want adapting, so here you go, House of M from Marvel Comics. Now this last one looks a little bit more beat up for quite a new issue. This is probably only about a year old, maybe 2 years old. This is The Dreaming from the Sandman universe. So a couple of years ago, DC's Black Label, which was them like playing around with the Vertigo imprint, released a load of new series based in the Sandman world, all tying into Dream, Morpheus, Sandman universe, all that sort of stuff. You got Gabriel on there. Characters that you will have seen if you've seen the Sandman TV show, at least Netflix series. So this was a series I picked up a few of the single issues with, but obviously single issue collecting is a whole different subject. It can get quite costly, so I stopped. So I'm really excited to pick up this series because it was really interesting. I love the Sandman universe, so it's great to see more things happening with it. Yeah, I'm really interested in this. Like I said, it's a little bit more damage than I would have liked. It's got the same issue along the top that Comey Can't Communicate had, but also this corner's definitely been folded over a couple times and stuff like that. So it's a little bit dinged up for a newer issue. Pennies. Great series, cannot wait to pick this up. Hell yes. So like I said, for everything on SciFier, I have a referral link down below. Pre-owned stuff like this is all 3 for 2, so that is a better deal than using my referral code. But if you go through my link down below, it still lets them know that I sent you. So when you're buying full price stuff, use my code. If you're buying pre-owned stuff, get that 3 for 2. So good. Already everything's like half price, and then you get 3 for 2 as well. 3 for 2 as well. This was my first attempt getting some pre-owned stuff from them. I'm well happy with this. Check them out and check out my full price haul when that finally shows up. But that's going to be huge. You can see the series behind me, of which most of the volumes are going to be from. It was a great time to be me. If you like this video, let me know by hitting the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. 10% off code Chris Captures at checkout. And bye.